professor in the Department of Elementary Education. I've been here at State, oh my gosh, I've been here at State for about 15 years. And I actually earned my teaching credential here in the mid-'80s. And I taught elementary school prior to getting my doctorate. And I was working mostly with primary grades. I taught, in my career, I taught mostly K, first and second grade. And before I got my credential, I taught in early childhood as well. My degree was earned at Stanford. I went to Stanford University, and my program was Psych Studies and Education because I was interested in looking at the development of young children. My dissertation work at Stanford was a teacher research study in my own classroom. I was teaching in Oakland that year, and I was looking at, it was a 1-2 split, a first, second grade split, and I was looking at our writing program. So children's development as authors, as writers, was my dissertation work. My career since then has been very focused on teacher research, practitioner research, and then I also do self-studies of my own practice teaching in higher education. So that's a lot of my work has been doing participatory, action-based practitioner kinds of studies of my own work. I've been working in the EDD program since the inception of the program, essentially. I know all the cohorts of students that have gone through. I have taught, most consistently, I've taught the qualitative methods class, although I've also taught 2 other classes within the sequence. A summer class and a fall class, which are part of the series that are focused on the dissertation work. And I've worked with a lot of students on their dissertations. I've been on dissertation committees. In my very first year working in the program with the very first cohort of students, I was on a couple of committees. And then beginning with the second cohort of students, I've worked as a chair with students on within nearly all the cohorts. I've had 1 or 2 students, or sometimes more. For an EDD program, it's very relevant that people would be doing practitioner-based studies. And so I support people and guide them and provide them with ways to do work. Some of the most generative studies that I've seen in this program are people who are able to completely merge their daily work in their professional lives as educators and leaders and their dissertation work. Really drawing on their professional wisdom that they bring into this program. So that it's not like, here's the DDD program that I'm doing over here, oh, and here's my work over here. But that there really is this integrated conversation between what you do as a professional and how you're going to, what you're going to get out of this program, how you're going to design your study, and so on. Doing research that has direct social justice outcomes, I think, is central to this program and is interwoven through all the courses in one way or another. But it also is, part of it is upon the students in their choice of a dissertation topic, and the way that those questions, the way that the students frame those questions, and the way that they're supported to frame those questions, so that they really are social justice questions. They're questions that are helping to look at structural issues in our society and change them, to reform the way that we're doing our work. But the particular challenges within this program relate to having a full-time job as a practitioner, and also needing to, in your 3rd year of your program, devote enormous amounts of time to data collection, data analysis, and these processes of writing and rewriting, and being in close communication with the 3 members of your committee, so that you can, develop this paper that's going to be a culmination of your work. It's going to be a contribution to literature, or a contribution to your practical work.